I think there is a certain limit to what is healthy when it comes to
there is a certain
weight.
limit to what's healthy. Like,
well, yeah, it's called obesity.
But I think it depends on the person's build and height and overall stature, I think.
okay, it's kind of a...
Depends on the individual.
I was gonna say, it's kind of a...
healthy.
kind of an individual level of what healthy is. Like, for some people can't have, some people in certain families, they can't have too much salt. And in some people, they need more salt. Some people can't. Sugar, some people need more sugar. Again, that's a different thing.
Only
I'm not saying that fat is...
Now, what I'm saying is some people may look fat, but that's actually what they're supposed to look like.
I've seen people who've
God made them that way.
They're supposed to be fat, yeah, I guess.
Their skeleton...
I've seen people who've lost weight that actually were unhealthy because the way their body's metabolism works, they burn off that energy quickly and how their body stores it.
Yeah. It just depends on the person.
And it looks bad on them. It's
like most, it's like 20%.
Yeah, but
they keep talking.
So it doesn't explain you being fat as a whale.
Right.
Yeah,
That's not something to explain away that.
Fat as a whale, but
some people are going to do that, and at the end of the day, like smoking cigarettes, which, every time I see one of those videos about, like, oh, cigarette companies don't tell you this, I'll probably go look it up for yourself. I believe it should be the responsibility of these companies to say what chemicals are they putting in their cigarettes and blah, blah, but I think that...
Yeah, there are just a couple of things about fat people that annoy me.
Is that they have it right there. Yeah. The thing is, it's their choice. I feel like it should be someone's choice.
Yeah, it's their problem, and I don't think other people should be butting into their problem.
Yeah, and you know what? If someone wants to be fat, let them be fat. Whenever they have problems later in life, that's them.
Yeah, but then they have kids and they grow up surrounded by that.
Yeah, it does affect other people.
Yeah, it does happen, but even if it does have kids and they're surrounded by that, guess what? That's
and
not
also it costs taxpayers money.
Plus
taxpayers money.
I feel like it's just people who
it costs me money to deal with criminals.
Themselves. It's their problem and not anybody else's.
Dude, let me put it like this: it costs taxpayer money to keep a criminal in prison for life. But do you think our country should just ban criminals? I mean, probably, but we can't just fucking ban criminals. That's human beings. So, as far as people saying, we should probably just ban, we should probably just say, we should control how fat people can be.
No fucking sense.
Dude,
there will always be somebody who's breaking the law.
Well, I mean, it's illegal to be a criminal.
Let me ask you something.
It's against...
I know it's illegal.
Well, I mean, when you keep talking, it cuts out my microphone, so it's kind of difficult to get through a sentence when you do that.
To be I'm trying to introduce kind of a perspective.
Yeah.
Okay, you're saying, it costs people taxpayer money and blah 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 to support fat people and blah blah blah. Okay,
well, the fat person saying it's like it's their choice and their actions existing inside of a vacuum, and I don't think that's true.
Problem, or is that? I know that
it's like saying that someone who's addicted to drugs, like someone who's smoking meth all day, it's their choice. They can do whatever they want with their body. But
with the same logic,
family members and stuff, and it has also
maybe fat
mental state and stuff like that.
Some dude had right. Okay, well, I was just asking.
But it's, there's nothing practical to legislate against that. Obviously, you'd have to have some overarching sort of insane.
I know that.
System.
It'd be insane. It would be insane to try and make a legislature on that.
Yeah,
and I get that some people feel that way about it. Yeah.
On principle, those sorts of lifestyle choices, they're definitely not as individual as not as individual, but you make it seem like they're just making choices and it only impacts themselves, like their body. But it definitely has impacts beyond that. I think
I know it does have impacts beyond that, but really, I mean, if people do eventually, let's say one day people have a problem, Who do we go to? Do we tell all the fat people to stop being fat? Like, are we gonna, you know?
Well, no, I mean,
are we gonna unionize like a? Are we gonna unionize, you know, some sort of like system where we have to make them go to the gym?
Well, I mean, like, what do you
or
think
something
about?
like that? Or do we go to the government who supports these?
God, August.
Do we go to the government for, you know, that's supporting these people with this, you know, with whatever problems they have with obesity, and say, okay, you are not responsible for this, and do you like shut that down? Like, there's no clear answer to that. But look, my mic keeps cutting out, man, and I'm just trying to talk, and I'm not meaning to actually like talk over you. There it goes again.
Oh yeah, I hate it when the mic cuts out.
Well, Avalon, I have been talking a lot, but you do have a choice. There's all the power in your hands to mute me, or to turn me off, or turn me down, or anything that you please.
No, it's like when more than one person.
I just need to give you a big thumbs up there.
It's when more than one person is talking at once. That's when it cuts out like that.
Well, we're on Second Life, so I mean, really.
Besides, anyone can just speak up if they want to.
Yeah.
To the
I was gonna say
conversation.
that someone who's raising their kids and like feeding them garbage. I feel like that's kind of like child abuse. It's like negligent. That's the word I was trying to fucking say.
Oh yeah.
Especially I think feeding kids fast food is shit.
Neglecting their kids by feeding them stuff that's cheap.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know.
Yeah, I feel like that's disgusting because, look, we made a home-cooked meal for my siblings that came over to my house, and they didn't like the meal. They liked chicken nuggets better. Shitty, processed, shit-filled chicken nuggets.
Well, that's because they might have gotten addicted to it or something.
Well,
there might be something in the chicken nuggets.
Some dicks, bro.
There's something in those chicken nuggets.
Got to say about that is, you know,
Yep.
I cannot control what my parents do with my siblings, and at the end of the day, the only guidelines that a free, open government needs is the bare basic guidelines that do not overstep the bounds of controlling what another person does with their family or their children, or at least is not on an illegal level. If we get into the specifics and the stickiness of all that, then how do we regulate what is and what
One
isn't?
check, I'm so mad that you left us alone.
How, you know, how one person needs bit more of this, and then one person needs a little more.
Oh shit! Tara sent me this screenshot as well.
If we slap regulations on that kind
shit, it looks good.
then guess what? We're gonna be denying someone individually, because like for example, I could be hypoglycemic. I don't have health insurance to go get the actual doctor. But
Hey yo, shut up and just eat your fucking Scooby snacks.
America.
Like, sorry, dude.
Right, you don't need to get woke, dude.
Like, whatever, dude. If it floats your boat. If
Just
that's
shut
how
up and eat your Scooby snacks and
What
salsa
the
mysteries.
fuck?
Don't try and look behind the curtain.
But yeah, like, I might need a particular sugar intake every day. I don't know if we got into regulating that shit. How do I know that I'm going to be denied a certain amount of sugar? Like, if we regulated how much sugar's put in soda or something.
Yeah, I think the government just needs to, like, make simple and generalized rules, not specific
Generalized
ones.
basic shit. If we get into specifics, it's confusing. Like, I worked at Amazon, okay? I worked at Amazon for 8 months, and I was starting to get shakes because I wasn't drinking enough sugar. My body was burning through it, and I was starting to get shakes, and I fell over once, and I couldn't get
Yeah,
up.
it's called detoxing, my dude. You need
So-
to stop drinking so much, like, soda.
Actually, I wasn't drinking enough soda. I wasn't getting enough sugar in my system.
No. It's like this, your body is reacting to not having the same particular amount, but like it takes like I think like
It's
30
a
days.
condition, I'm
Yes,
pretty sure.
It's not a condition. It's more like an addiction, and in order to actually get your body to like normalize its glucose levels, you actually would need to you'd actually have to like it's basically like detoxing from like the addiction to sugar. So your body needs that to continue the sugar high that it gets. So in order for it to balance out, it takes a while to like actually get off of it. Like during the time that you're actually getting off of the sugar, you're gonna feel like shit. It's gonna feel terrible. You're gonna be moody. You're gonna be angry. It's the same thing with like someone who's getting off of like heroin. That's why they need something called methadone. When you go out and start like going off of drugs, the methadone actually acts like it's a controlled substance that you can like use to slowly, gradually taper yourself off. That's why you can't just like go cold turkey. That's the thing with like sodas is sugar. That's like the same thing. It's like
yeah, but sometimes sugar is not processed by the body as well, and it could actually
by the
be
body,
that
it turns into fat. Like that's what happens. Like,
the body converts it to fat. You don't just intake sugar and it's fat, dude. It processes it into fat. And it depends on what the sugar source is from.
Yeah.
But no, what I'm trying to say is some people need extra sugar because their body doesn't know how to the sugar rate. I don't know what I'm talking about. But what I'm trying to say is some people need more sugar than other people.
Like, okay, let me put it like this. Look, what you said is true on a lot of those things, man, but I wasn't moody. I wasn't anything. I drink a lot of water every day, but because, look, I quit fast food like months ago. I feel great because of it. I don't drink soda often for those reasons. But the thing is, when I was working at Amazon, it turns out my body wasn't producing like enough what is the byproduct when your body absorbs sugar? Not fat, but the other thing. Is it insulin?
Is it insulin?
Insulin. My body was not processing insulin at a rate where I could sustain myself to feel better.
Are you sure you're not diabetic?
There's a possibility I could be, but the thing is, I don't know. I don't have the health insurance to actually go and get that kind of checkup and be footed with a big fat doctor's bill just for someone to tell me whether I'm diabetic or not.
Can't you go to free clinics to do
This is so sad.
I don't know if that exists like in my area. I can look it up, but here's the thing.
Yeah, you should.
There's diabetic and then there's hypoglycemic.
Yeah.
Hypoglycemia
which are really
is a symptom.
They're both really big.
I know, but hypoglycemia is a symptom of diabetes, but it can also exist on its own in a few cases. It's not rare, but it's
like that Mall Cop movie? Like,
maybe
what was that called? That movie about the Mall Cop. He was hypoglycemic, right?
Oh, it's Kevin James. That's the actor. Yeah, I could be hypoglycemic. I don't know.
Yeah, that guy. All I remember was in that movie, there was a scene where he had to eat a lollipop off the floor in order to keep himself conscious.
That's right. He had to take a fucking lollipop off the floor. I think it was covered in hair and it was disgusting. But
yes, it was very disgusting.
Point is, if we tried to regulate goofy shit like, how much sugar someone has.
If we try to regulate specific things, it's going to just mess up our society.
And we can't make those exceptions on a system built off of that. There'd just be way too many rates on it. Mentally and physically, it would just be chaos, and by God, how much money would we fucking rack up on the depth already trying to administer something? Solar, you asked me a question earlier. Gonna scroll back up in the chat, try and find it. You asked, should parents watch their children and older siblings watch after their young siblings and vice versa? Excuse me. To be honest, yeah. How do you think animal packs in the wild operate the way they do? It's kind of an internalized family bonds extend on a global scale. I think that humanity should just care about humanity. I think that we should identify as a human race, not black, white, Asian, or any of that shit. Yes, it's good to honor their cultural roots. There are differences is what makes us beautiful, and if we don't embrace those differences and prop them up and build them
start singing "We Are the World." Come on now.
What?
We might as well just break into song at this point.
Whatever. Hey man, that's just what I'm saying. That's just what I'm saying. Well, we're all human beings, and the thing is, if any one of us can, interbreed with one another and make mixed kids, whether it's Asian or Croatian, European. Americans are just a mix of everything, so what's it matter, you know? Like, yeah, on a genetic level, somewhere down to the DNA, we are related somehow. We had to come from...
Don't you think it's like dogs and races, you know? Like, humans and different human races, and dogs and...
Sort of like that, yeah, in a way. Like, you got bulldogs, you got German shepherds, but they're all dogs. They can fuck each other and still make mutant puppies, you don't know. They're still dogs. That's how I see it.
Same.
I've always said that. I don't identify as... I just identify as a human being. I don't identify as a white guy. I just identify as a human being. I don't identify in any political anything. I just identify as an American. That's it.
I identify as a toaster.
Oh,
say that shit because that's just
about
me.
your medical bill. Is it really that expensive to get insurance in the US?
Depends on your city. Depends on the population in your area and where you live. Kind of like car insurance. I live in Florida, and Tampa Bay specifically, and car insurance here is awful because we have tourists. We have people from up north who move down here and don't know how to fucking turn on a blinker and turn at the stop that they have their blinker on, or leave it on for the next 5 fucking miles because they're idiots. So we have a lot of crashes, so our insurance is high. If I lived out in the sticks, I'd probably be paying $100 less for my insurance, and that'd be great. But you know, you kind of take what you can get with the suburbs and with more urban areas or whatever. There are pros and cons to it.
At least the weed's good out there, right?
Hey, I don't know, man. I actually don't smoke. I don't use marijuana. I really don't.
Yeah, bullshit.
Like, no way, dude. I really don't. I swear to God. You could have me take a polygraph test. I promise you. I would turn up as drug-free. I've never smoked pot in my life.
Up in Tennessee, people drive like they're not paying attention because everybody's on their phone while they're driving.
I think that's everywhere.
No, that's against the law in my state. You can't do that anymore. You can't be on the phone and be in the car.
I think that
in Tennessee, they have yet to enforce it.
No, they have. They have enforced it. Here in Rhode Island, you can't do it.
Yeah, but you can still do it in Tennessee because they haven't enforced it yet.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah, it depends where you live, man. Like,
yeah.
Like a ballpark figure or something?
What now?
All I know is that houses are really good prices here.
Like a random price, something like that?
I'm not sure, man. I mean, like, I moved in one part of, like, hold on. Rent in some states is like $500 for a two-bedroom apartment. Where I live, it's like $1,200 to $1,500 and $700 if you're by yourself. So you would definitely need to have 2 part-time jobs. It's really where the economy is at, and like where there's more people, there's more demand for food and shit and service. And when there's more demand for service and shit, higher prices because you got to pay for the the truck to ship it out there and the gas and all that bullshit and all the other stuff, and pay for how many more the police departments need to be propped up for a town that is much bigger than the police force can handle, and just basic economic numbers bullshit, shit like that,
In Tennessee, you can buy a mansion for the same price as you can buy a house in California.
Pretty much. It's all different.
Yeah.
Let's see. Law enforcement versus technological emulations that eliminate the need to use law enforcement, such as putting up a sign and citing drivers for speed. Just a self-creating car that... let me put it like this. I am not confident about... There's got to be a middle ground. Because I don't want to get in a car that can be hacked by someone and then driven off a cliff. I do not want a car that runs entirely on a computer. I would rather accept the fact that people who do speed, who do text and drive, that they get royally fucked by the police and they get slapped with a large ass fine, and then make those people regret and have anxiety and sweat about it because, and honestly, all that anxiety and all that regret, they deserve it because they could kill somebody. They could kill somebody. 2 seconds looking down could kill a mother and her 3 children crossing the street. That shit's happened. I would rather that than someone be given the chance to hack into a network of operating systems that run vehicles and cars and cause mass mayhem, making one of those things go on a driving spree, killing spree by driving over people or crashing people into each other. Meanwhile, we're sitting on our phones.
Yeah, I would fear for those systems getting hacked.
No, thank you. I would rather deal with human error than the ability to possibly give anyone that's particularly evil the chance to enact upon that. And I know that would happen.
You'd rather it be a pure human error thing than human intent.
You know what that means? That means people have
right.
I would rather deal with human error than prop up the ability for human intent to be done, to do evil things and shit like that.
Don't you trust it?
I can only trust technology as far as I can throw it. And I'm not
I can only trust technology as far as I can trust the people using the technology.
The computers will never be able to replace human mechanic processes. We still have yet to develop a camera that captures the level of detail that the human eye can catch. Why do you think people keep developing new graphics technology for video games?
Yeah, like 4K.
Because it's always trying to look more realistic and blah blah blah. I'm like, the more realism we get to something, the harder reality starts to blur. Let's keep it kind of at a stylized.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely detached from reality. I'm dysphoric about my species, to be honest. I don't like being a human. And it's just because I'm stuck in this reality where
you'd rather be a crystal gem?
you.
Yeah, what would you rather be?
Yeah, I'd rather be a gem.
Hey, some people really feel that way.
Yeah.
For me, I still don't.
I have a body pillow somewhere if I could find it, but it's Jasper as a body pillow.
Jasper's my wife.
but yeah, basically at the end of the day, I doubt that computers and technology could ever replace the ambitious mechanical prowess that a human being can achieve. Like, I mean, we built.
I think it's getting better and better, and we see
it is getting better. It is getting better.
Replacing us.
How would I feel if the real world became Second Life in every?
Crystal.
I think that would be. I think that would be the day that humanity. I think that would be the day that humanity.
Somewhere.
The idea of being human would become a secondary afterthought, with the prospect of people being.
It would be fucking awful.
I would definitely. I don't know. I think I would only change minimalistically, what I am about myself, but then there's always the prospect of being something that you're not or that you always want.
Shaggy, you know what the first thing I would do if I could change anything? I would make it so that I could open up a TV and just throw you inside of it. Then you could just take over me and Shaggy.
But here's the thing. Well, that is an interesting prospect to, if the real world was like this at all. Let's say Ready Player One was reality. They don't have to take off the headgear to be immersed in. There really are cat girls walking around with stick-thin waists and giant fucking tits, like in the movie. Let's say that happens, right? Okay, then how far do we draw the line where someone is actually like, okay, I'm doing all these things to express my individuality, but where they draw the line at, I'm only filling the void for something. Makes me feel like I'm an individual, but really I still feel empty. Where do you draw that line?
I'm gonna be back soon.
Because I think at the end of the day,
make sure you
people would
don't make
still
that
feel.
Pillow all sticky, okay? Make sure you clean it afterwards.
See you later. But yeah, I think people would still feel sad and empty.
She's gonna go and make love to that pillow now.
Oh boy, Jasper, she's got to get those rocks off. Literally, rocks.
She's going to the bush and everything.
Well, I do make that point. There's one more point. That's just the human condition.
She's literally hiding in the bush. Oh, she got naked in the bushes.
It's just life. So, I've got to say this. I don't think it would be much different if this became reality. I'm sure there'd be a lot of people that would be happy, and I'm sure there would be a lot of people that would still feel the way they feel. Some people just aren't hardwired to figure out how to be happy, and they need a helping hand. And unfortunately, society is not built in a way to cultivate that. Some people will have to take a lifetime to figure out what they should have learned years ago. That's the human condition, and that's it. So if life was like Second Life,
there's fucking Shaggy preaching again. Hello, friend.
I'm sure there'd be a lot of people happy if life was like Second Life, but I'm sure there'd still be a lot of miserable people. So, to be honest, I don't think much would change, except for a lot more fucking. That would definitely happen. A lot more fucking. That would definitely
by the way, I'm back.
Well, how would people come to life, though?
I don't know. You could have people fucking rubber titty kitties and making rubber titty kitty fox mutants. You don't know. Who knows?
Hi, Peaches. Long time no see.
Not exactly prepared to try and tackle that.
Because if nobody dies, the servers are not going to be very happy in the end.
I haven't been around because
Hold on a second. What, honey?
I haven't been around The Sims because
they asked me how would people procreate if life was like Second Life, and I'm like, I don't know. I'm not prepared to make this.
Because I was just goofing around and hamsters when nobody was there, and they banned me because I was treating it like a sandbox. Well, they didn't ban me; they just kicked me out of the group and then banned me from the group. I could still.
You know, I can agree to that to some degree, Solara. Second Life is kind of gay. Second Life is kind of a liberation for people.
Took my tag. I don't get why they had to ban me from the group.
I'm shocked I didn't get banned yet, honestly.
They told me I can reapply in 6 months.
My thing is, while Second Life is sort of a liberation for all, it's a way for people to go out and dress the way they want to dress, and do what they want.
Think about it. You can use VR in Second Life
without any harm coming from it beyond emotions hurt possibly, because there's nothing physical here. There's freedom to do whatever the fuck you want here without much consequences besides social consequences, unless there's a really sick individual that wants to dox you and make your life miserable because you decided not to fuck them one day. But then at the same time, there's the lack of actually feeling and
you realize
interacting
that piece of your arm is missing?
with another real human being.
Oh no, it's not a piece of my arm that's missing, it's my entire arm that's missing.
Yeah, but you only have a hand on my screen.
You do?
Yeah, prosthetic floaty hand.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I see it. I can see it fade.
I thought that was part of her avatar.
Yeah.
I have a prosthetic floaty hand.
Okay.
But yes, Laura, the Second Life might be necessary for some individuals, but I feel like at the end of the day, we still need real, live human interaction with people.
If Second Life was real, just imagine how bad trolling would be.
If Second Life was real, people would be able to get away with a lot of shit. If you blur the line between reality and the internet, shit would happen.
It would be. Well, I prefer living like that.
Well, if someone got crashed and griefed, where's the guarantee that they'll come back?
Well, now that I think about it, it might be better. Would be really, really funny, actually.
A world without everlasting consequence would be too good to be true.
Unless you get banned by Lyndon or whatever god it is.
And a world ran without everlasting consequence would sort of be, well, that'd be it.
Chaos!
There would be no reason to strive forward and pursue anything. Because nothing is everything stays the same.
Alright, Shaggy. Put him up.
Why you holding me up, man? I ain't got the Scooby snacks! I definitely don't have them! They're not shoved up my butt in the bag!
Where's the drugs?
No way, man! You'll never take me alive!
Don't try me.
I am trying you, man!
I got away with this once, I'll get away with it again.
I love this voice acting, it's amazing.
You can try it, man, but you'll never take me! Not you crazy little fat-butted foot!
Okay, hold on. Everybody here. You guys won't snitch on me if I do this, will
wake
you?
Up in the morning.
No snitches. Snitches get stitches! What up, nigga?
I'm totally gonna... You know what? You can't give me stitches, because I'll just poof.
Damn it. Where the fuck? Oh, God.
You gonna be nice to my friend, or am I gonna have to use my laser beam on you?
Laser beam!
He is my friend too, you fucker.
I know.
The vault did do.
Well, that's kind of the beauty of something. It can evolve in anything.
Like I'm dead, man. I'm a dead
Kind of funny.
Well, sometimes you just gotta break away from the shit and just do something fun.
Your model looks like it came from that one game. That
like
was
the video game Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chimps.
Oh my god.
Huh. I was thinking Mystery Mayhem.
Oh.
That one was my favorite, by the way. I love Mystery Mayhem game. Oh gosh. This has devolved.
Like shit, man.
That's not
Overload already.
Like, hold on, man. Don't you take the acid, then you'll really get sensory overload.
I have autism. So.
Like that's it, man. I gotta join the gunfight. I gotta show them who's the real deal.
Oh, that is fucking bad for my computer. I just fried my shit.
All you evil goyim unfortunate to the ACLU for racism.
What the fuck? How do I explain them?
Like it's just a great big pile of bullshit. Like here, motherfucker, eat my whale.
Whale? Oh my god. Oh my god. What have you done? I think it's time for Auschwitz 2. Back to Africa.
Oh my god, no.
Yo, my bad. I think they just keep spawning, and I don't know how to stop.
I'm shooting. I'm shooting.
Maybe there's a receptor.
Like oh shit, man. Got some trollsy stuff there.
By the way, that was a fun conversation, Solara. Glad you got to listen to me, but again, these are the opinions of one. And that's all they are.
Oh, Solara, you seem so sweet.
What's up?
I like how they just flop over and then disperse.
Goodbye. Oh. Where's that like really good ambient music coming from? never come back down. It's raining whales, holy fuck.
Oh. My screen's black.
Your screen's black? What?
Yeah, it's black. I can't see anything. I can see the HUD and everything, but like there's the HUD and the OS system and all that shit, but my view, it's black.
Did I just fucking crash your shit?
I think you probably did.
Did you reach the fucking skybox?
I think I went out of the skybox, to be honest.
You went out? Oh, dude, there was one time when I shot at the ground twice and it shot me so far up that I actually saw, like a house or something. I don't know, it was weird.
Huh. That's odd, but cool. I was still going up when I teleported. Oh. Yeah, I'll probably relog in a second. Be right back.
Where's the fucking Jew at? Why is he doing this? Is it you, Ryan?
Are we done now?
You'll be hearing from my lawyer. You'll be hearing
I'm a fire my laser!
I did not make the juice. I don't have that. Someone else did that.
Did I rain down a performance rains? No, it's on. It's on. I got royally screwed is what happened. I think he sent a virtual Jew so far up my ass that it kicked me out of the sim entirely. Like, it just kept going up and up and up. I had this Jew shoved so far up my rectum that my screen went black.
This is a very powerful gun.
Like I'd believe it, dude. Don't diss the power of the Jew.
You'll be hearing from my lawyer. You know I
Yes, beautiful.
ACLU for racism.
Shiloh did what? What did our pussycat do now?
I don't know.
Uh-huh. You had kittens meowing on the phone.
And I put it on the floor
Uh-huh.
for him to listen to.
Uh-huh.
And he tried to pick it up, like, with his teeth, because he hears the kittens meowing.
So he tried to pick up the phone like he would pick up a kitten.
Yep.
I think we should really get him a little butt.
No, you can't get away from this one.
I think he wants to raise a kitten.
I don't know. Look, it's a fat-assed fox with a shotgun. if I can get.
I know she can't see me because fucking fucknuts over here fucking keeps putting spells on me.
Who's fucknuts?
Brian.
Oh.
No, not me. I swear.
Holy fucking shit! Seizure
Stop.
warning,
That is like
dude.
actually fucking murdering my computer. Can you stop, please?
That was not
Dude.
me.
No, it's not that.
I
person.
stopped.
No, seriously, that is straight up seizure warning right there. Holy shit.
Yeah, no, I didn't do that. I stopped my thing, so.
But let me.
Unless it is mine. Holy shit, it is mine. What the fuck?
Nearby, and then it's Peaches. That's Peaches. The short stack fox, yes. Let me change the how do I do that? World. Sun position mid-A. There you go. Now you can see it. See? Yeah, it's cute.
Mega faggot.
By the way, someone almost lent me money to get you the body that you wanted, but they got offline.
Huh?
My buddy Flapjack was gonna give me some money to get my girl an S-King body because she liked the shape.
Oh.
But he went offline when I crashed.
Oh, gee, thanks. Way to
And that
go,
an
Peaches.
L had gotten so expensive, like, in order to get like 5,000 L, you gotta spend like 20 fucking dollars.
Hey, yeah. Fuck you, flex on you.
Like, does that fox got a big fat doobie in her face?
I do. Because I haven't been able to smoke weed in like weeks now.
Where did they turn that area?